Hi, everybody. Hey, it's good to see everybody. And I want to welcome back Lady Sol. She
Hi.
was with me about, was it 3 weeks ago? I think it was two to
Uh,
3 weeks ago.
about two,
Yeah.
3 weeks ago, yeah.
Yeah. And we're kind of making it a little bit of a plan to meet probably every 2 weeks or so, if
About
possible,
yeah,
depending on
because of
everybody's schedule. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Uh-huh. And so just remind everybody what it is that you do. You do the cards and you also
So
are a psychic. Yeah.
I'm actually both psychic and I do mediumship, which means
Uh-huh.
I'm able to connect with people who have past family members, friends, anyone who is around you.
Hmm.
I also have the ability to connect to spirit guides, which is also an amazing gift that I have. So when it comes to the clairs, because I'm not really sure the proper term, but I'm able to see, I know, I hear, I feel, I taste, and I
You got them
smell.
all, girl.
I
That's great. Yeah.
this
Yeah.
playing, I'm able to actually do them on the in the spiritual world as well. And
Wonderful.
because I'm evolving so much, I'm practically in between.
Okay.
So I see little black things or I see white, like white wisps on the corner of my
Okay.
eye.
Okay.
So and I hear them so clearly, and
Uh-huh.
it's a lot, but I'm able to control them and I'm able to kind of um have my space and keep it.
Awesome.
Yes,
You're,
so
you, so
it's a
you got
lot.
a foot in both worlds, really, is what you're
Yes, I'm
saying.
in two places at once, basically.
Yeah. Wow. And sometimes that can be a lot of fun, and sometimes it's a little distressing, as you mentioned to me
Yeah,
earlier.
and
Yeah.
unfortunately, because they are so anxious and they just want to talk to everyone, and they just say, I want to talk to, so say like my sister or my mom. And again, it's from with me being respectful, it's like not everyone is willing, so I can't just approach you. I
Yeah.
have to ask, are you willing to? If not, okay, so sorry, let's move
Yeah.
on. But
Let's move on. Yeah.
every
Uh-huh.
single day, I hear them, I get random smells, I get random tastes, and I crave certain foods that I don't even eat. I think the other day, no, I'm serious. Like the other day, I
Uh-huh.
was Indian food. I
Oh,
don't I don't really care for Indian food.
okay. And you could
And then
taste
I
the curry
remember
probably, huh?
it was like
Yeah,
it was like a good spice, and it was like a grain. So I think it's like rice, like a specific rice or
uh-huh.
something. Again, I don't know because I don't eat Indian food. So I
Right,
remember
right.
I actually told a friend of mine, and she said, "What do you mean you just craved Indian?" She's like, "A friend of mine who passed loved Indian." I was
Oh,
like,
okay. Okay.
so again, it's like I don't know who's talking to me
Right.
because of so much that's going on all at once.
You got a lot of cross traffic there.
Yes, yes, and especially with the whole month of June, it was just
Right.
so like it was just so much energy
Hmm.
everywhere. And
Yep.
especially in Southern California, there was like 1 week of thunderstorms, lightning storms, rain, and wind, and just like the energy all itself just made it just
Yeah.
too
Yep.
much. It was
It,
just
it
too much.
the weather's been pretty bad. I know I have a friend who lives actually in the Middle East. She's a nurse. Oh no, I'm sorry, a doctor over there. And actually, they just had a 6.0 in Iran, which is a far away from where she lives, but they felt it. So there's a lot of that going on right now, and all these crazy weather streams, like you're mentioning. Here in Washington, we've had the same problem.
Oh
So
my
I
gosh. And
understand.
especially in California with energies running high and no one in California knows how to drive in California rain. So the anxiety for me was just so high, and I'm just like, I just want to
Uh-huh.
go home. I don't even want to
I
go
don't
anywhere.
blame you. I know.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. Yeah. Wonderful. Well, I want to welcome everybody. I waited a little while just to get us started here. And I just want to shout out to Craig and Sharon and to Jill. Thanks for being here. Claire Beaumont and Wildflower Wind, Jen's Free. Thanks for spending some of your July 4th weekend with us. And
Yes.
my team member, Kate, Dream Detective Kate, she and I do a show together on dreams. And we have Lauren Hunsinger, Lena, Kelly Bowman, Linda Thompson, good to see you. Wow, got a lot of folks here. Carolyn Adams and M. Steve, good to see you. And hi, Katie and Bora Bora. Wow, I hope I got everybody. Bora Bora 333.
Oh, I thought the place in Bora Bora. I'm like, oh wow, we went there.
Wouldn't that be fun? Absolutely. Yeah. So I'm sure there'll be a lot more people coming in or not. It doesn't really matter. Those that are here are meant to be here, and we'll ask the questions they need to ask. So I'm going to go ahead and start. Craig has a girlfriend question again. So let's start with him. He had told me before that this old girlfriend of his has showed up in his dreams a lot. And he doesn't really want to have anything to do with her. And he says it's been going on for 12 years. He wonders what will settle it.
Oh wow. Okay. So what I'm hearing from my gatekeeper and my guides, obviously there's a certain obsession, and from what she is so in love, but because he has denied her, it's now more of an obsession of resentment. Okay. There's a resentment now. And you know what's all I'm hearing is cord cutting. I know that there are certain cord cutting.
Yep.
Asking someone, I know that the one that I think she offers that service, I'm not sure. But I know that there are certain people that do that service with cord cutting, meaning you're cutting that connection with her. The one thing I can think of, and what I'm hearing, selenite, the crystal of selenite around your bed, black tourmaline, and I'm actually hearing with protection, because you need to, whenever you're in the dream world, you're kind of basically in you're vulnerable. Now I'm hearing selenite around your bed, and this is a power, to me this is like the power couple. Selenite around you, on your person when you go to sleep, and black tourmaline to protect, to keep you grounded. Also tiger's eye is a very grounding stone. I think if you have those with you until you are able to actually get with someone who does the cord cutting ceremony, that will help. But at the same time, what I also suggest is making prayers to your spirit guides, to Michael, and to Archangel Michael, and to Raphael, to help keep calm and with the anxiety. I would just ask them, please just let me go to sleep. I don't want nothing to do with her. With witchcraft. That's what I'm. I don't think actual witch stuff, but she is looking into that.
Okay. Yeah, and you put them all together around.
Yes. Stone. I actually have a selenite necklace that I hang from over my bed frame, and I have black tourmaline on top of my bed frame.
Yeah.
So if you have those together, that should be able to help at least have you be able to have a good night's sleep. But to also pray to not only to God, but to his angels and your guides and your gatekeeper, who you feel more comfortable with. I would ask them, please, I want to go to sleep. I want nothing to do with her. Just stop. And be firm, because at this point she's being a bully because she's not leaving you alone.
So it's the crones apparently talked about, hi AJ Lowe. The stones that are grounding Jan's free would be tourmaline and tiger eye. Isn't that what you said? And the selenite is a clearing stone.
Yes. Yeah. And you can technically have those. If you have like a charging plate, you can actually have those stones on top, so it's charged all night. So it's not like it's not overloading with negative energy.
Craig, you can really do your own cord cutting, but you just have to really think about the fact that everybody is connected by invisible strings. We're connected to the postman because he comes to our house every day. We're connected to the people at the grocery store that we see all the time. And those connections aren't the same thing as a love connection. But you can envision in your mind and do some of the cutting of the cords. And if you're uncomfortable with that, you could check out what the lady said on the Crone Zone. Let me tell you what I got. I have these new cards called the Cards of Character, and they're kind of fun. But I first put a shield up, absolutely, and that's exactly what Lady Sol was saying as far as a shield, or the stones are a shield as well. Be an explorer. And in this case, I'm seeing the flag being put in the ground, and you're saying, this is I claim myself. I claim myself. And I don't want, because for right now, you've only got a Band-Aid on this problem, and a Band-Aid's not going to keep her away from you,
There's only so much that you can keep.
There is.
Yep. So yeah, I think the cord cutting, and you know what, I actually did this recently where I was with, I just had a reading with my tarot reader. She's amazing, by the way. And she just basically told me, I need you to envision yourself and like white, like strings, and you're having your guides help you cut them.
Yeah.
And what was funny was that I actually envisioned myself in an actual bird cage.
Okay.
And I was sitting on a red velvet seat, and I'm like sitting there, and I'm just asking for help. And I said, I really need this gone because of the anxiety that was penting up in me.
Yeah.
And it was just so much. I'm just basically letting it go. So if you envision yourself with like strings, like in a cage, but strings, and if you're cutting them, and how you want to cut them really is up to you, because imagination can help you. Whether it's a bolt cutter, scissors, or kitchen knives, whatever, as long as you envision yourself really cutting them and really just let it go, let it be, I think that would help you.
I do too. Once you do that, the open road is there for you. And tell her to hit the road, Jack. and you'll come to the plateau. And on the bottom of this is how you are feeling. And that's absolutely true. You feel like you're in a jail cell. Yeah, your blood pressure's high. I'm sorry. That is tough. He has a wonderful spiritual guide named Clara. And, he has a good connection with him. Craig does, yes.
And you want to hear something really interesting? I got the Kali card.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I feel like this is his guide. And basically, this is my Kali card. And it says, step into the unknown. Do not be afraid. So basically, your guide is telling you, I'm here for you. Just trust me. If you want to do this, if you say that I want her out of my life, pray to her and ask her for help, because she will help you. And you see how she's like glowing? I'm trying to she's glowing. And at the end, she has the sword. She's ready to fight for you.
To fight. So is Michael, you mentioned as well,
absolutely.
with the sword. Yeah. Those can cut the cords for you, because they're just invisible strings, but they do. And you know what's really weird about them is when you cut the cords, you will at first hear from these people. You may have another dream about them, and they're like, what's going on? But eventually they go away because they're not connected to you anymore. So you got to get that connection gone. Wow. All right. I hope that helps, Craig. And yes, Kathleen, you mentioned about the tourmaline. It's very good for you, for grounding and protection. Absolutely. So I just want everyone to know I have these questions. I have Claire, Wildflower Wind, Lena, Kelly Bowman. I'm going to see what your husband's on edge about. Chris and AJ Lowe. So that's who I have right now. That will be all for right now. Oh, Heba? Okay. I got you, Heba. All right. It was a great read. Lady Sol is really good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so Lena wants to know if you have any messages from her spirit guides or her angels, please and thank you.
Um, if you see me twitching, don't be alarmed. It's just sometimes they talk very loudly, so it just and they like to touch me sometimes. My grandmother, she likes to touch. So if you see me twitch, don't be alarmed, okay? Um,
Mm-hmm.
uh, so while I was shuffling my Moon Witch card, it was the one thing I saw, and what my gatekeeper had mentioned to me was there are self-love. There's not enough self-love. Um, self-love rituals or self-love, like giving yourself, like patting yourself on the back.
Yeah.
Because I know as sometimes as humans and as we always want that one good job, here's your gold star, here is good, like just praise for everything that you do, for especially when you work hard on something. um what I hear is don't wait to for praise yourself. That's what I'm hearing from my
Okay.
gatekeeper. There's a lot of things that you are not being recognized for, but that doesn't mean people are not seeing you.
Good for
And
you.
when
Yeah.
I saw one of my cards, they popped out. I got Freya.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is like your accomplishment. It could be small, it could be big, but at the end, it says you are worthy, you are loved. Just because no one's telling you, that doesn't mean you can't remind yourself, saying, you know what? I know I did a good job. This is great. I
Mm-hmm.
know I did good. So I think with reminding yourself and praising yourself, like treating yourself, let's say, oh, let's go get something, go get like, oh, let's go get our favorite food today because I deserve it. Something that
Mm-hmm.
you can praise yourself with. That's what
Great.
my gatekeeper had mentioned to me right now.
That's awesome. So I kind of got that message in a different way, but you are the ruler of yourself. You're the one who needs to pump yourself up, and don't allow anyone to bulldoze you. Do not allow other people to tell you what to do, or what to or anything that they think is important. I pulled an angel card for you from Archangel Jophiel. Your dreams are you're blooming more rapidly than you realize, and still they need nurturing and patience. So it really does seem to go hand in hand with what Lady Sol said. Because it's patience is necessary, loving yourself is necessary, and making sure you don't let anybody tell you what to do. You rule yourself. There you go. All right. Awesome. Okay. The next one we have is from Claire Beaumont, and Claire has my favorite avatar of all avatars because I
Oh
love Green Tara, and so she's got Green Tara. I always say that. Okay, so she feels major life changes unfolding. What guidance do my guides have as I look forward to new beginnings?
I'm hearing, and they're actually like kind of like making sure that Claire understands.
Mm-hmm.
Taking certain risks or stepping out of your comfort zone. Something with food. Oh my god, that's so weird. um, it's like a business or like a new. How would I say it? Because I know there's like a food blog, but I don't
Oh,
know. Why am I here? I keep hearing like there's stepping out of your comfort zone to kind of start put your foot in the door, and don't really be afraid of putting your foot in the door. But for the food and for the food blog, that one is kind of That one
Random,
just
huh?
kind of threw me off. Yeah, that was very random. So,
Mhm.
if that resonates with you, Claire, if it does or doesn't, I'm not sure why, but food came out.
All right. Got
Maybe,
food on the
you know,
brain here.
like
Yeah.
you're like doing certain, like you're cooking different foods that you're not used to, or I don't know.
Okay.
And again, I got the Kali card.
So what I pulled was, oh, you did. Okay. Wow. So
Trying to,
protection is around her, right? Yeah. Uh-huh.
yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. All right. So I got transformation here, Claire. A transformation is coming. You're awakening to new and beautiful things. And it's funny that you said the food because I got a sprout. It could be that things are sprouting up, but it could be food
Okay.
related. I don't know. The next one I got was lasso, which is something that you pull into your. So if bring this in for yourself. Then I get house under construction. Now it may not be your physical house, building house. It could be your house, which is your body under construction. But yes, I do see a whole new beginning for you because this is a new construction. This seems like it's not repairs. It's
Oh,
something new that's coming in.
um, I actually got I pulled another card, and it's actually
Okay.
called the Witch's Hat. So I'm trying to
Ooh.
like,
Okay. Yep.
can you see it? So the Witch's Hat, and you see how her hat is glowing? It's like all of her expression is up here. And in the top, it has the moon, it has leaves, and it has the all seeing eye, which is the third eye. And it says, express yourself, share your gifts with the world.
Yeah. Wow.
So yeah, again, it's like you need to make like having the courage to step out of your comfort zone
Yep.
and expressing yourself in a different way that people are not used to, but
Yeah.
you still find joy in it.
I join in. And that lasso, you know what a lasso, you
You
throw
bring it
that out,
in.
grab the cow and whatever you do, but you're bringing it to you. I think it's great. Good luck. It sounds like a great opportunity for you, Claire. So, Wildflower Wind, guidance from your spirits or your guides. I'm guessing that it's just a general Wildflower, that's what you want. Okay. Let's see what. Oh, the food blog. No, she didn't. She said it just randomly came in. It was a food blog, she said, not a block, a food
Oh,
blog. Yeah.
blog. Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah. That's all right. You may not understand it. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes that happens. But he said it was sort
Yeah,
of a random thing. Well,
so much.
thanks, Craig.
Well,
Bless you, Craig.
what's funny, and I don't want to keep saying it's funny, but what's interesting is that they have so much information that they throw at me. It may not resonate right now, but it could resonate a lot later. And I can't, and
Oh,
it's and unfortunate I can't really give a time because they purposely don't tell us time. They don't tell
right,
me, oh,
right.
by
Yeah,
the end of the night she's gonna figure it out. It's like sometimes it stays there for a couple days. So, I mean,
right.
if it doesn't resonate with you, it's really okay.
Yeah, yeah. I think the other energy that we both brought in was more that this is going to be a very good thing for you, Claire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, Wildflower, I don't know if there's anything specific. Let me check and see if you wrote anything here. Otherwise, we'll just do a regular reading. Okay. We'll do. General, she said. Yep. Just a general
Okay.
reading.
So, I actually picked out one of my moon cards, and I got the
Uh-huh.
new moon in Scorpio, which is the
Ooh,
work through your fears.
wow.
I not that again, it's the way I hear it and the way that my guides are kind of telling me, or your guides are actually telling me, is there are certain a wish list, like a checkoff list of like how would I some things of what you wanted to do for a while, where you want to go, that you have a checklist of what you want to do, like a checklist of where you want to go or what you want to do. But there are certain things that are stopping you. I hope it resonates. But there is some fear in certain decisions. Fears or second guessing is what I'm getting. Not necessarily fears, but what it's second guessing yourself and the talents that you possess or the knowledge that you surprise yourself with sometimes. I hope that makes sense.
All right. So I pulled some cards here for you from my character deck, which is really quite an interesting deck. I really like it. I got the first one I got is ocean, and we know about the ocean. It can be really treacherous, it can be deadly, and it can also be very, very calm. So depending on where you are in your life's journey, water also represents emotions. And I get that you sometimes feel like life has become a circus and it's no fun. Or actually that it's quite shitty or poop because poop comes out.
It is that's oh my goodness.
But
And
you are a wizard. You are a wizard, I get, meaning that you have the power, Wildflower. You just don't know it yet. And then the last card I got is beautiful. It's actually a Jesus. And he's saying the healer of the ages surrounds you at all times and is there for you. And you need to know that you are spiritually protected. Whether or not, and you don't have to be a Christian to, Jesus was one of the great masters. So.
I pulled one more, and I actually got a full moon in Gemini, and it's saying that the answers you need are coming.
Okay.
So it's because it's telling me that they're, and this is very tricky. This is very tricky because I'm hearing that there's second guess, but you can't doubt yourself because of the knowledge or the potential that you have. So I really hope that this resonates with you.
I'm sending you lots of love, Wildflower. Yeah. She's lonely. She gets lonely because her husband passed. So
okay.
But we're here. We're part of your community and we're sending you lots of love.
Yes, of course.
All right. So Kelly Beaumont, I don't know if you wanted to get a reading tonight or not. You did put my husband is on edge about something. It's very hard sometimes to read for others, get into their energy, but we can take a look at it and see if we can come up with anything, and remembering that this is entertainment purposes only.
I think he's what I'm getting is more of like he's dreaming of something that's, I'm not sure if there's a certain anniversary that's coming up.
Oh.
A certain anniversary or a certain anything triggering, I guess I can say. Something small or something that's reminding him of what happened to him, or he's dreaming of something. That's what I keep getting. Something is something small, or I mean, again, it could be something small or something big, but something is triggering him, making him nervous. And like, I'm not sure if he's doing this a lot, but he's kind of like wiping his hands. Ooh. Or he's like his heart is beating, like he's really stressed about something, but I can't really pinpoint because there's kind of like a lot of things coming. Something of a, not a child, but like a child. I'm sensing like a child energy. So I'm not sure if there's, like, again, I keep getting anniversary, or there's a something reminded him of something, of a child energy, or a child toy, a show, a character of something.
Wow. Maybe he's hatching himself out, like, coming out of a shell. I don't know. What I got here is I got a lounge chair, and, it looks like the person's really happy laying in there in the lounge chair. But what does a spatula do? He's turning something over and over again, like eggs or pancakes or something, but it's in his thoughts are churning, which is what I think you saw with his hands being sweaty, and he's holding up a mirror because he's at war with a part of himself or someone else. I don't know. Something going, and it doesn't mean it's you, Kelly, just means that he's having this sort of war with himself. And, not to be sexist or anything, but sometimes men don't talk about those things. They don't let those things out for some reason.
And
he's clawing his way out
either.
Yeah.
He's not going to want to talk about it either, because he doesn't really understand what's happening himself.
Right.
So he doesn't know how to use his words to fully express what's going on. I am getting, he's like, I don't know if I'm like getting like hot flashes, or like hot tempered, or he has a short fuse, but I am getting like stress. When someone gets really stressed, they just get red and they get hot. So I feel like I just need to cool down a lot.
Needs to cool down. Yeah, because this thing that he's turning over and over, he's looking in the mirror and trying to face it, but he's at war with something. He isn't happy about something, or whatever it is. But, yeah. Interesting.
All you can do, I think what can help him is I know that the crystals of amethyst, selenite, I know rose quartz for him to receive love for himself. I'm not sure if he's open to that, but I mean, I actually snuck in a black tourmaline in my friend's pants, and she would tell me, I know. I told her, I'm like, oh, well, I actually checked in with her and I said, hey, how did work go? She's like, you know what? The negative person that always bothers me did not come near me today.
I
was like, oh, okay, great. She's like, yeah, I don't know what happened. I'm like, okay, well, I have a confession. I actually snuck in.
That's it. Yeah, that's like, it, Kelly. Look at that. He has no self-love for himself. Yeah. Wow.
And I know that with and again, not trying to be sexist or anything, but sometimes men, and as everyone else, we like to receive praise. So maybe, well, thank you for taking out the trash, or thank you for going for the store for me. So kind of like give him a little bit more praise. I mean, but help him feel more love for himself. So I mean, again, it's up to you, but I snuck in black tourmaline in my friend's pants, or taking a little pebble of rose quartz in his wallet, and he won't even know, or
or you can just call it what do you call it, worry stone. People have it in their pocket. Yeah, like a little worry stone. Yeah. All right, so everybody, I'm going to try to get all these questions answered tonight, but we have to stop taking them. So I'm going to tell you who's next and who's in line here, so that I have you. So I have Chris, AJ Lowe, Heba, M. Steve, Jacqueline, JG, Viviani, Jelly Bean, Sheila Edwards, and Bora Bora. Okay, so that's about it, because we'll probably end up having to go over here a little bit, but we can't take any more this evening. But we'll be back in 2 weeks, and we might have somebody else coming on with us as well.
Oh, yay.
Yeah. All right. So Chris is wondering, she will be making a system administrator exam, or taking, I'm sorry, toward the end of the month. Will I pass? Which stones can I use? I love it. There you go.
I'm getting that there are certain distractions. That I keep wanting to go back to my phone. I keep there's a lot of distraction or some little distractions. What can help you focus, and I actually just talked about this. What's very good for one, anxiety, because I know how stressful exams can be. Have amethyst on you.
Mm-hmm.
Have green calcite. Green calcite actually helps with abundance, but it can actually bring good luck too.
Right. And actually fluorite, green fluorite as well, right?
Yes, that's one of my favorite ones. Jade, pyrite with luck, pyrite, jade, with a fluorite that actually absorbs negative energy. That could like kind of influence you. But
carnelian is for confidence and strength and motivation. So
and
maybe
creativity.
a red, that's an orange stone, carnelian. Yep.
Carnelian, yeah, that's actually one of the most beautiful stones that I love. With will you pass? Yes, I'm getting like a yes. But you just really need to make sure that you're focused and that you're not getting distracted.
Yeah.
Kind of like put your phone on do not disturb or keep it on silent, where you're not tempted to look at your phone or look at a screen, because I keep looking at a small screen. So I don't know if it's like an iPad, a tablet, a phone, or
sunstone. Valerie says too is a good stone for focus.
Oh yes, absolutely. Yeah. There's so many of them, and I mean, I can't really think of it.
You could get yourself a little pouch that you can put around your neck and put several stones in. That's always nice.
I actually have a little sack, and I have it in my backpack.
There
I carry it with me all the time, or I carry it inside my pockets.
Yeah.
So that actually helps me a lot. Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. I'm going to pull a card here. Actually, I'm going to pull my yes or no's. Let's see what they have to say. These are pretty blunt. It says more time is necessary. I'm only going to say that doesn't mean you're not going to pass. It means more time is necessary for you to study for it, to take your time and get all your ducks in a row and make sure that you look at some of the questions that, I don't know if there's a sample test you could look at to see what the questions are, but that might be
I'm also getting, if you don't pass this one, you will eventually pass it, but don't get discouraged about that.
Took me two times to get my driver's license because I didn't do the right thing the first time. So,
it took me like 4 times to pass a math exam that was required for the state of California, the CBEST test. It took me 4 times because I was only a point away. So you will pass it. Just please don't get discouraged.
Yeah, don't be discouraged. Go in there with a positive attitude, with your stones if you want, and also knowing that you are the creator of your experience. So no negative thinking. All right. Here's a question for AJ Lowe. Blood work's coming back with bad results, but no diagnosis. Wants to know if she'll get a diagnosis soon. First of all, we do have to say we are not doctors, and we do not know any kind thing from medicine. So we're only going with our thoughts and our prayers. And this is for entertainment purposes only. I have to say that.
When you were talking, I was trying to shuffle certain cards. Unfortunately, they're not my people, my gatekeeper, and my guides. They're not really telling me what's actually going on, but to be open to healing information. And as I was shuffling, and by coincidentally, or how it was meant to be, I actually have the medicine guardian.
Oh, wow. That's fabulous.
And it says, be open to healing information.
Okay.
Listen to what the doctors say. And if you're able, be open to them. And And don't be I don't want to say don't be afraid, but just know that you are accompanied by people who
Yeah.
love you.
Mm-hmm.
I am getting an aunt motherly figure. um she has she's like showing me that she's been with you, like she's been trying to hold your hand, like trying to hold your hand, and she's just trying to comfort you the best way that she can.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
um and embrace. And I also got the broken arrow, which means embrace the energy of peace.
Mm.
Don't because I know that it can be stressful and it can be scary because
Mm.
you're not really understanding why it's happening, but you
Right.
just really need to understand that we need to find peace in a situation, even though it's really hard. But
Right.
just know that there is someone there, and your
Oh,
guides are there to help you and kind of just keep you with a clear mind.
sure. Wow. So I wonder if you should get a second opinion, and I'm just going to put that out there because the first card I pulled was a drunken sailor. It's like I'm not quite sure that this person knows exactly what they're doing yet. I don't know. There's a leap that needs to be made. And I don't know if that means that you need to find somebody else to look at the results or just get a second opinion. Even though you don't have a diagnosis from the first person, you might want to get one. Take a deep breath, as Lady Soul said, because you've got your guides right there with you
Mm-hmm.
and your angel wings. They're with you as well. And I see the result will be you coming up from the depths and beginning to release the difficulty in ascertaining what's happening to you. So I do see you're going to get some kind of a result, that hopefully speaks to what the problem is. But do remember that you are the consumer. Doctors are great, but if you're not happy with the doctor or you're not happy with the way that they're kind of farting around, and then that you've got that beautiful, yes,
This one,
medicine protecting you.
I totally agree with the second opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes there are, and unfortunately, there it does happen where there is a few who don't really make sense, or they're just kind of beating around the bush. I do believe getting a second opinion will
Yeah,
help with the anxiety that she's
I agree.
like
Yeah,
get it's being pent up basically.
right. I mean, you may want to wait till you hear a diagnosis from this person, but at the same time, if they're not giving you a diagnosis, somebody else might be able to do that and then get you on the regimen you need to get your health back in check. So good luck, AJ. Good luck. All right. So we have M. Steve here. And M. Steve he just wonders if we can give him a quick spirit message. Request to end the week and start the week.
Oh,
That's
well,
awesome.
oh, okay. Oh, you got quite a few actually.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I do see and I do hear with sometimes we get very excited, and we need to remember to stay grounded and give the energy back to Mother Earth. Because I actually got the reason why, because this one actually popped up. This is the Earth Guardian. Can you see that?
Mm. Oh, yeah. That's
So
awesome.
okay. Yeah, so here we go. Perfect. So now you can see me better. So this is the Earth Guardian. It says stay rooted and stay grounded. Um, and again, it could be, but I actually got the eagle. 4th of July.
Oh, yeah.
4th of July. I know that's pretty interesting.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty, that's really nice. Um,
Yeah.
when okay, so from what I'm getting, there's it's going to be a positive week because again, we just had the new moon, new energy, new chapter, new month, new everything. Um we need to remember to, and I keep hearing, making sure that we're staying humble, that we are doing what we need to,
Mm-hmm.
staying in our, like, be making sure that we are in our place. um this I'm getting that this will be a better week, to stay grounded, to be thankful for what has happened, or for what has for the blessings that will be coming this coming month. And to also, and then I got the guardian angel. Our loved ones are with us all the time. And here's another thing. And if you do, and this is a fun fact, if you by any chance see white feathers or any type of feathers, that's actually a sign from our spirit guides, our guardian angels, that they are there. I for what I see with M Steve, I believe that's his
Uh-huh.
YouTube. Keep an eye out for birds, little birds.
Okay.
And again, we have eagle.
Yeah.
Just because it's not an eagle, that doesn't mean it's not as majestic as that.
That's right. That's right. And it's perfect for this weekend, sort of, with the
Yeah,
eagle.
that's right. Yeah, that's why I was like, oh, yay.
Yeah. Steve, I get patience. Another person that needs patience. Yes. But I get here that you might be wanting to do some working out or dieting. I don't know. Is there any health issue that you're dealing with? Have you done what I did and gained 20 pounds? Oh my God. Anyway, I see a good week for you ahead, Steve. All right. Thank you. Let's see what we got. We have Jacqueline. Do you have any message coming through for me as well, for my angel and guides? Am I on the right path?
I'm getting there are certain roadblocks. There's certain roadblocks, and I do sense like there's like cloudiness. You're not, and I keep hearing you're not setting yourself up for failure, so please don't think that. You're not setting yourself for failure. You're not biting more than you can chew. You The path that you're currently on, it's going to be challenging. I can tell you that. There are certain roadblocks in that path, but that doesn't mean you're not on the right path. It's kind of like, you know how when they say, oh, God is testing you, God doesn't give his strongest soldiers to certain battles. I feel like this one could, excuse me, for that. I feel like this is like a test for yourself, to not doubt what you can do. What I was To stay grounded, but to also be aware of your surroundings. And I feel like there are certain people in our lives that don't always wish us the best. So to be careful on who we talk to and what we say.
I just got a card that said the same thing.
Oh, really?
Yes, I did.
Because unfortunately it happens, because we have family members or friends that don't really want the best for us. They just kind of lie to you and become two-faced, and I think those are the roadblocks. Like there's like a lot of whispering, and unfortunately people listen to those whispers and they don't know who and what to believe.
Wow. Okay, so you are making an impact on the world. You have everything that happens to you, it creates a ripple effect. And so you are an influencer and you are a great person to spread the news or whatever, but watch out for gossip and insincere friends. It says, be careful who you tell your secrets to. There's nothing worse than hearing your secret out of somebody else's mouth that you thought you could trust. You are being strategic. Use your power of the mind. The chessboard is yours. You can make the moves, and you can also stop the game. Wow.
I actually got another card. I actually got two.
Okay.
So I did get transformation.
Uh-huh.
So you see how glowing her wings are, and the moon and the stars, and she's
Yep.
waiting. It's like right now I feel like you are you are taking a moment, you're taking a step back, like you're taking a moment and
Mhm.
analyzing, is this really worth it?
Yep.
And that's what I feel. It's like you're taking a moment on the ground and you're just waiting to fly, but you see how her wings are just glowing? You're ready to fly. The roadblocks are not going to be there forever. And how
Mhm.
you mentioned it, how to with the whole making sure that we're at the that we careful who we trust and careful who we talk
Right.
to. You have the
Yeah.
familiar card.
Oh,
It says
wow.
it's your turn,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
and it's a
Mm.
cat. So obviously with
Mhm.
familiars, they just kind of remind you like, hey, just so you know, I'm right here. But like basically if with familiars, they kind of those are a guide.
Mhm. Well, I
Listen to
can't help but think of the word catty. When somebody's catty, they're gossipy. Yeah. Yeah. I know.
they are putting their two
Yeah.
cents and they're stepping out of their lane.
That's right.
So
Yep.
kind of reminding, and obviously the way we are have to be, especially at work, we need to learn how to be respectful and be cordial. But
Right.
sometimes people think they have a certain
Yep.
advantage. It's like,
Uh-huh.
no, you need to not be in my business. Like this has nothing to do
Right.
with you. Thank you for your concern,
Thank
but
you
it's
for
not
yep.
required.
Yep. Absolutely. Put your boundaries up. Yep. Excellent.
Exactly.
Good luck, Jacqueline. I don't think it was negative. I think it's just something you need to remember. That's all. That's
Oh yeah,
important. Yeah.
absolutely. Nothing negative.
Yeah.
No.
No. So Kiba would like a spirit card. Let's see what we got, Kiba. Heba and her mother are trying to go to Greece, and I'm excited for her. Oh, wow.
Well, I'm very jealous because I've always wanted to go to Greece. I actually have family that just went.
Did
They
you
just
really? Yeah.
they're actually there right now, and I'm like, oh my gosh,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
I'm like, good for you
She wants to
guys.
go to Santorini and she wants to go to Jerusalem, both
Oh my
places.
goodness. I know
Yeah.
that a family member of mine did go to Jerusalem, and it was everything that she hoped for. She said it was so beautiful.
Oh
It
yeah.
was so overwhelmingly amazing and spiritual. And she's just
Oh
like,
yeah.
I absolutely loved it.
That's great. That's great.
Well, did you, I'm getting
Yeah.
mixed answers.
Are you? Well, it's funny because I got confusion here. There's so many choices that there's uncertainty, Kiba. And then I have here a wrestling ring where you're wrestling with some ideas about what it is that you want to do, how you want to do it. And don't get yourself into tears, girl. Don't cry over it. You'll figure it out. Get through the uncertainty right now and push through so that you can get your answers.
Um, because because the reason why I asked if I got confused because I keep getting cards that is a yes and a no.
Yeah, yeah. That's the uncertainty. That's exactly what I
Yeah,
got. Yeah, yeah.
because and I'm trying to find it and I think I lost it. Dang it, Dale. Um, oh, here we go. Because this is the first three cards that I got. I have I have the balsamic moon, things come and go, surrender to the universe.
Uh-huh.
And
Yep.
she's reaching up and she's kind of like saying like, what is going on? Like, what
Right.
is my path
Let's
right
bring
now?
it down. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then I got yes, go for it. But then I got
Huh?
no, sleep on it.
It's the same card really that I just got because it says uncertainty and she's wrestling with it in this wrestling match and it could create tears because she can't figure out exactly how she wants to do it. So that's to me that's sure Kiba. Yeah. Yeah.
And
But
then
I
I
don't
got
think the tears will last forever.
no, and then another
Yeah.
thing is okay, well that doesn't make sense. But then I pulled and then I shuffled more and I got last quarter moon. What is holding you back? So
Mm-hmm.
there's confusion all around.
There is, yeah. Yep. The timing will come. The right timing will come. That's one of the lessons I learned this year, that I had to release it to the universe, and I was going to get the message whenever it would come. So, yeah.
I keep, and this is such a silly thing to say, but you know how like children, when we say duck, duck, goose, like
Uh-huh.
duck, 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 duck. It's like you're in a circle and no, you don't know who to pick.
Right. Right.
So,
Yep. Who's going to run after you? Or who's going to run after the next
or
person?
who are
Yeah.
you gonna pick
Who are you going
for it to chase you, type of thing.
to chase
Um,
you? Yeah. Yep.
yes,
Yeah.
a lot of I hear like try and write things down and manifest them
Uh-huh.
and let go of things. And I keep getting the new moon and the full moon because I know that, because I just recently did the new moon with manifesting,
Okay.
with proof
Yeah.
about it,
Yeah.
asking,
Mm-hmm.
saying in a present tense, I receive, I have,
Mm-hmm.
I am ready, I like in a present tense. And with full moon, it's saying I release what doesn't serve
Right.
me. Release the
Right.
stress, I release the guilt, I release everything. So I think with writing it physically down and then burning it on the new moon or full moon, that will help clear the
Yeah.
fogginess.
Yep. Cool. All right. The next one we have is JG. This is really a good question. How do you connect to your guides or any of your spirit team? Good question.
So I know I mean, so when I actually woke up, and when I say when I woke up, that's when everyone started talking to me, and family members would catch me and they would think I was insane because of how clearly I would actually say no. And it's true. Like I even told a cousin of mine, I'm like, yeah, remember how you
Mhm.
called me weird and you thought I was talking to myself? She's like, yeah. I'm like, I wasn't talking to myself. So when you are opening a door, first of all, we need to make sure that we protect ourselves.
Mhm.
Because when you open a door, that means your energy becomes a certain light. What does that
Right.
say?
Spiritual protection.
Yes. And I tell you this with so much love because when I woke up, I didn't know how to protect myself. So I was saying, let's go. Talk to me. Who is here? Um
Mm-hmm.
when you start, make sure you actually pray to whoever, whoever who it is who helps protect you, whether it's God, it's angels, or because I know, and I'm not familiar with other religions or other
Mm-hmm.
spiritual,
Mm-hmm.
but asked to say, please protect me. I am open to hearing my guides. And when they talk to you, do not be afraid.
Yep. Yep. That's
Because
the hardest thing. Yeah. You start hearing them talk to you, and it's kind of scary.
and you get scared and like,
Yes.
whoa, who is that? And it's
Uh-huh.
funny. And here's one thing, the same scene, and I sent this video to my mom, and she just like, my grandma, who is my gatekeeper. Guidance. Okay, so and so let me tell you about this, the example
Uh-huh.
of the getting scared with the guides. In a Disney movie, Dory, they're going down the trench and she's singing, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. They're like, Dory, what happened? And he's like, who's that? He's like, oh, it's your conscience. He's like, huh. Oh, okay. So like, because and so they use that form, like, oh, you asked me for help and you're getting scared. Don't get scared. um what had happened to me, what I did is I actually had selenite. All again, selenite is an amazing crystal that will help purify your place, your space. Grounding, tiger's eye, rose quartz, amethyst, black tourmaline, and start just close your eyes, take deep breaths, practice on your breathing, and then just try, envision it. Envision, the imagination is a really good tool. Envision it or start hearing. So when you start, they're going to start talking to you, and it could be in different ways. Like they can manipulate the smoke alarm, they can call you, and it's not like just random. It could be just random, but if you're open to them, then that's when they'll start showing you.
Right. Well, I got the same thing here. And I got spiritual protection, ask for spiritual protection. Remember to go slow and steady, work on it, but at the same time, don't be frantic about it. Just know that it's coming. I also pulled a card that says autumn. And I don't know if that means that maybe by autumn you'll be able to connect with them the way that you would like. Or I wonder if that's one of your spirit guides. I don't know. It could be. But anyway, yeah.
And I got this beautiful card.
Thanks for getting rid of the troll. Oh, yeah. There you go.
Yeah. You're talking to them. You're ready to receive them. This is the beauty you see in me as a reflection of you. And they're glowing. They're waiting for you. They're anxious to talk to you. Yeah. Just be open to them and don't be afraid.
My suggestion as a dream person is to make a plan, ask that they come and talk to you in your dreams until you're comfortable with them. And then when you wake up in the morning, make sure you write down what your dreams were, because they can be in symbols. They can be in other things. And hopefully you'll make some progress here. I wish you lots of luck. Thank you for the question. All right, we have Viviani. Any guidance from her guides or angels if you have time? And we do.
Immediately, my back started to tense up. And I actually put a crack, actually. So I'm not sure if you are getting enough, how would I say this? Pampering. You work way too much. And it's funny because I'm feeling like a certain pain in my wrist. So I don't know if it's like a computer or you're doing something with your hands a lot. You need to make sure that or attempt and try to actually put effort into you, self-care. Being in a bathtub, a hot, how hot, like just a bath of Epsom salt, a bubble bath, meditation music, or I keep hearing like water, like ocean sounds. Ocean sounds. And I don't know, because like the pain is like right here on my neck, but like on my shoulders, like you're carrying a lot of weight on your shoulders that you're not supposed to carry. A lot of worry, a lot of stress. We need to make sure that we keep boundaries on that. It's okay to say no, and it's okay to realize that this isn't really my problem, or I'm not meant to carry this. And to actually, I keep getting get a massage.
Somebody else wrote that in the chat. Yeah.
Oh, really?
You need a massage.
It's like get a massage, pamper yourself. You have a lot of pain
on your shoulders.
On your shoulders, on your upper back is what I'm getting.
Well, it's interesting because I pulled a card for infinity, Viviani, and I get Kundalini energy, so it could be stuck there. Do you think that's possible, Lady Sol? Kundalini coming up from the chakras, up the back. And sometimes, if the back, it's kind of stuck, it can't move up further. I don't know. Anyway,
it's like in her throat.
Well, yeah, but it's not her throat. You said it was her back that was.
No, I know, but when you said the chakras, it like stopped right here.
It stopped. Well, yeah, in that area. Yeah, just on the other side. But it comes up the back. It comes up the spine. So yeah. Okay.
Yep. All I'm hearing is boundaries, and making sure that you limit yourself, and that we need to make sure that we take care of ourselves. before we help
Yeah.
others. Heal
Yep.
yourself before you start helping others, because sometimes you give so much and not a lot of people are reciprocating that same energy
Right.
to you.
And you,
And that
or
can
if
be
they are, you're
very
not
true.
accepting it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So I pulled another one, rosary, which doesn't mean you have to be Catholic, but it's just spiritual path. You're making some kind of a sacrifice for it, because you have so much determination and endurance here. You're have that horse energy around you. But yeah, I would recommend that. Oh, and you got spells and rituals.
You
Well,
see the bathtub and how it's
yeah,
blooming?
bath. Uh-huh.
It says bring magic and self-care together.
Yep. There you go.
We really need to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves and not just,
Mhm.
oh, I'll take Advil for the pain. No, we really need to make
It's
sure
just
that
a
we are working.
band-aid.
Because
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's so much Advil, Tylenol, there's so much pain medicine that
Uh-huh.
we can do before it gets worse, if that
Yep.
makes sense. I just kind of, unfortunately, I had that habit. I'll just take I'll just take painkillers. I'll just take, it'll go away. It'll go away. It made it worse. So now I'm
Well,
actually going,
yeah. Yep.
I'm sorry?
We're in a country and at a time where we want a quick fix. And sometimes we can't get that. And we need to move into better self-care. Absolutely. Viviani, we wish you lots of love, honey. I hope you
Yes.
start feeling better. All right. So Jelly Bean's been I've seen Jelly Bean earlier in my channel, and has been
Mm-hmm.
appealing a disability decision for her son many times, and hasn't been approved yet. Wonders if it will be, or if there's any advice from Spirit.
I'm sensing there's going to be more documents needed.
Okay.
And this is what I don't like. And they're trying to find loopholes
Yep.
to not
That's
get
what
them approved.
yep. Sounds like an insurance company. Yep.
They're gonna need more. They're gonna need more documents from like a care provider,
Mm-hmm.
because again, they're, if it is insurance, they're always gonna try and not get you approved. They're always gonna find a way to not
Yeah.
give it to you. I think in the more coming way, it could. I might, and it's a new beginning.
Hmm. And okay.
Okay,
That
so
could be taken a couple of ways, but yeah, he needs the new beginning, right? Okay.
yes, because I know this is
Yeah.
very stressful. And like I
Yeah.
said, because we just came into the new month,
Yep.
we are manifesting and asking for better things, for a better month. Because I know the month of June was just horrible.
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
um, but I am getting. They're going to need more documents,
Mm-hmm.
more. Again, I'm not sure what kind of documents. All I know is that they're going to need more of the same thing that you already gave them.
Yep. Yeah. And that happens. Jelly Bean, I got here, you're trying to cut this something out. You want to let go of this. This is just something that's been on your plate for so long, and you're hoping that that you will be rewarded, or that your son will be rewarded, and you're feeling as though you're in handcuffs, kind of being held and restrained, and it is very, very difficult because you feel powerless. I do get graduation, and I'm sensing that I don't know when, but I'm sensing that at some point, yep, at some point,
It's a new
yes,
beginning.
this will be coming. And graduation, would mean learning something new, leveling up, which is what he needs to do. He needs to level up. I just don't know exactly when. But
And I actually got the full moon and eclipse, which says
okay,
conclusions are within reach.
okay,
So
okay.
I do sense and I do hear that eventually it will happen. It's just you kind of
Uh-huh.
outsmarting them.
Right.
outsmarting them, saying, "Oh, this is the document you need. Oh, I already gave it to you." They're like, "Oh, so they're gonna be playing the
That
I
game.
didn't know game, or that it will, it will. You just have to convince them otherwise."
My husband went through this situation where he was sending all these documents into an insurance company, and it just kept going around and around, and they kept asking for more and sending it again, and they never got it. And it's like they play this game for time. I that's just how I sense it. So good luck. I hope that works out for you. All right, we have two more. We have Sheila Edwards, and Bora Bora will answer yours next. But right now, we're asking for a message from Sheila's guides.
Okay. Let's see. What can we get for you? I actually heard, don't be so hard on yourself.
Mm.
There are certain inner self-confidence that self-confidence, or someone told you, oh, someone did it better, and that kind of like bummed you out in a way. We need you need to not always be so hard on yourself, to always remember that doing the best you can is enough.
Wow.
And sometimes people are not appreciative of that.
Yep.
Just because you gave your 100%, that doesn't mean that other person's going to appreciate your 100%.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Did you get something similar?
Yeah, I got a shift. You need to make a shift here. Make a shift because people are sucking your energy. They're being emotionally draining. You're being around negative people. That's what Lady Sol said. You believe what they told you. Don't believe what they told you. And then I get an acorn, which is prosperity and abundance. Great things will come to you. Be perseverant and use your power and bring to you what it is that you want. And don't listen to the naysayers. People love to bring other people down. And maybe keep your ideas close to the vest. Don't tell everybody what you're planning to do, because they find a way to tell you that it won't work. It's really rotten. It can happen.
So I actually pulled so don't let your pride get in the way. Full moon in Leo.
There you go. Mm-hmm.
Don't, and it's not even, I don't want to say it's just pride. It's just don't let negativity influence you, because I know it's very easy, because people
Mm-hmm.
can nitpick on you and throw little jabs at you, and it's sometimes, if they caught you on the wrong day, you believe them.
Yep.
And
We
it's
and
just,
we all that happens to us all. We
yeah.
just we listen. Yeah.
And then I
Wow.
actually got the full moon in Pisces, which is balance, spirituality, and practicality.
Wonderful.
We need to remember, we need to make sure that we're balanced on both ends,
Right.
to
Absolutely.
love ourselves and to be practical about it.
Wow. Yeah.
But
It is this a lot of empowerment messages this evening. And I think we need them because the month and the astrology and the things that are happening in the world have
yes.
pulled us all down and sucked us dry. And we just all need a reprieve. We really, really do. Yeah. Okay, the final one we have here. Boy, I hope this isn't true. Hidden spy cameras. There's been a lot of criminal activity for 13 years. Oh my God. I mean, I think cameras are good to have like outside around, security cameras, but in your apartment?
Yeah.
Wow, I'm sorry if you even think that.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah. Hmm.
So, okay. So,
Wow. I don't like the answer.
Bathroom. I got bathroom and bedroom.
Bedroom.
It's very small.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to tap into.
It's this swampy energy that's around there. And I think you said that criminal activity would be like a yucky energy, but they shouldn't have to have it inside your apartment.
I would check the vents and the outlets. Outlets. An outlet that you really don't use. Or the vents. Because I kept seeing like bars. Like in my point of view, like bars.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really determine if it's an event or it's in like there's something in front of it.
Wow. And that's what they do too. They hide something usually in front of something.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I would tear up that apartment if that were me. I put like that's horrible.
I have here also to take control, and that this summer you need to take care of this issue. It's important for you to do that. They owe you an apology, but more than that, they need to be in handcuffs.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I really hope that you find those.
Yeah. You're just feeling icky? Is that what it is? I mean,
I honestly, the moment I heard it, I automatically felt like something hovering over me.
She said she tore everything apart, but
there's like something's hovering over me, like this uncomfortable like creeper. That's what I'm getting. There's like a creeper around you and kind of feels like he's harmless. This person's harmless.
Yeah.
But there is something hovering over you in the bedroom or in the bathroom.
How about your windows? I mean, you have like windows on a street. Is anybody looking in the windows? That's another thing I was thinking. Not in the bathroom necessarily, but in the bedroom, perhaps somebody has the access to look in. I don't know. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, Craig said he had the problem and he had light switches, outlets, and light fixtures. Here's one. Maybe cover openings if you can't find a camera. Yeah, you could do that. I never knew this, but sometimes I was told that if you leave your computer up all the time, that people can see you, and that blew my mind.
Also, there's actually a thing, and I've seen it on social media. There's something that women do when they're traveling alone. They have an infrared light. An infrared light that you can look at hotel rooms. I don't know what that thing is called, but it's an infrared light that's red, and they kind of just like go all over every single opening, nook and cranny. There has been gang stalking and harassment, theft. I'm not getting what. So when you say harassment, the first thing that came to me was it was an older a male. It's a male energy, and he's kind of gross in my opinion. He's wearing like, and again, they show me what my spirit guides and what your people are showing me. They're showing me like a white, like a tank top, a white, dark pants, and like a hat of something, and he's lurking around the building. So you're not the only one. I don't think you're the only one that's having that same issue.
Yeah, if you can get a hidden camera detector, I don't know how much they cost. I think
I
if I was,
honestly
and
it
I
would
don't
be
know if you can move, but if you can move, if you can't, I would move. There's no reason to stay in a place that's scary. But I know a lot of people can't afford to move, though they stay where they are. But I'm concerned for you. Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah, Amazon sells everything, don't
yeah.
they?
They do.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. On a more upbeat note, I know I wish you could too, Bora. Maybe you need to do a GoFundMe and get yourself out of there if possible. Those things are possible. We've come to the end of our time, and it was a great evening once again with Lady Sol.
Thank you
We're
so
hope.
much for having me.
Oh, I'm pleased to have you. We're hoping to do this again on the 16th, which is a Saturday night.
Okay,
And
awesome.
there may be another person joining us. We're going to check it
Okay.
out and
Oh
let you
yeah.
know. Yeah. In the meantime, everybody stay safe. I know that animals are very upset because of fireworks and all that stuff.
Fireworks.
And make sure that you get the thunder shirt if you possible. And
Or the
okay.
calming treats too, those help.
Yep, you're right. Or there's even the rescue remedy you can get. The little drops you can give them, and that calms them
But
down as well. Yeah. Anyway, thank you, everybody. We send you lots of love. Thank you, Lady Sol, for coming on again. We're so happy
thank
to
you,
have
thank
you.
you.
And
Thank
everybody, yes, please be safe and lots of love to all of you. And remember, you are part of this community and you are valuable and we love you. Take care.
Yes.
Bye
Bye.
bye.